afternoon, good morning, good evening, traders, and welcome to the Pip Grabber Trading Show. Hopefully everyone is having a good week so far, and if you've probably noticed inside our Telegram channel, there's been some plenty trades being posted. So traders, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some trade opportunities this morning. All we're going to do is chase after a 20 pip profit with a cost averaging trading approach. Very simple. Support and resistance is what we're looking for, and we'll be trading off those levels. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the market. Let's take a look and see what's going on. I'll see you right after this. All right, traders, well, hopefully you got your cup of coffee ready to rock and roll this morning. It's a beautiful Wednesday, mid part of the week. We're doing pretty solid. If you take a look at our trade Copier is doing solid this month already. I'll go ahead and share some results of exactly how well we are doing. In fact, let me see if I can go ahead and get some details up over here on the screen. Okay, there we go. Let me go ahead and refresh and get some... there we go. All right, so it looks like we're currently at the moment right now, if you take a look over here, we're actually running at 9% this month. We've closed out 1,115 pips already this month. So we're doing pretty solid on the trade Copier. And for those that are following it, fantastic. I'm glad for you guys. We did well last year. We closed out 153% last year, 18,500 pips. This month we're on a good start. Looks like we're going to probably do just as well as we did in November and December, maybe even better than that. So we'll take a look and see how things playing out. We do have some multiple trades that we're currently in right now that are starting to cash out. And we'll go ahead and take a look and see how that plays out right now this morning. Now, traders, without further ado, remember, traders, want to go ahead and remind everyone, if this is the first time that you are part of the Pip Grabber Trading Show, want to go ahead and remind you that we rely on you guys supporting the channel by doing one simple thing. And that is, of course, going ahead and subscribing to the channel, but also at the same time, go ahead and smash the like button of this video. That's how you get us to get our video out there to as many people as possible. So go do that right now. Go ahead and smash the like button, and as well go ahead and make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you can get notified when we go live. Because although we try and get our times scheduled at about 9:15 on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we don't always get to start on time. There's some technical issues that we need to sort out before we can get started. But you know what? As soon as we go live, you'll be notified if you have the notification bell switched on. Now, in these sessions, we trade after 20 pips in the market, and we place live trades here. Now, if you want to follow those live trades, and because we're an open card, we want to make sure that you guys get everything that we do here inside this trading session. We want to make sure you guys get it. So down in the description is a lot of information about a trade Copier, how well it's doing, the track record, the Pip Grabber Trading Tool. I'm using the Pip Grabber Trading Tool to place trades here in the live session. All of that is inside the description. Our Telegram channel, where you can follow our trades and see how we're trading, where we're entering, what direction we're trading, which currency pair we're trading, what entry point, the price that we're entering. All of that stuff is inside the details in the description down below. Also, very importantly, our social media connections. Make sure you connect to us via social media. Down below, you'll check out some social media links. Go ahead and make sure that you go ahead and follow us on social media too. Now, that being said, all right, always have to get that out of the way. Now, that's out of the way. Let's go ahead and take a look at some trades, all right? So I'm going to firstly go into, let's go ahead and take a look at details of our setups that we had this last week. And you can see right here, we do still have a trade here in the New Zealand CAD. We've got a position right here, and we just about to go ahead and close out in profit. We're just slightly a few pips shy of closing out the profit on the New Zealand CAD. We also have a trade here on US dollar, Euro US dollar right here, and that looks like we heading to a break-even point, so we should be making money on that any minute soon as well. So we've got 2 trades in already, New Zealand CAD, which should be paying off soon. We've got on the Euro US dollar as well, but we've got 3 others that have paid off. We paid off on the US dollar CAD. We had a trade on that. That's paid off. We've got the CAD Swiss. That's also open now for new business. And then we've also got, and I'm going to go ahead and just kill this. I don't know why I've got this indicator here. There we go. And then we also got the Canadian, Aussie Canadian, that also is open for business as well. Now, I do see the Aussie CAD has moved pretty strong, had a pretty strong rally. So has the US dollar CAD. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see what can we do here. I'm going to go to the charts. So let's go to the charts. Let's start off and take a look at. Let's start off with Aussie CAD right here. Now, traders, I'm going to say this, and I want to remind everyone, if there isn't a trade, we're not going to force anything on, right? If we're not at support, we're not at resistance, we're just simply not going to force anything on. We want to make sure that we have something that's tradable. And if it's not there, then it's just not there, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look right here. So we got Aussie CAD right here. We've got a 4-hour time frame open right here. I noticed that we broke out of this wedge at the moment right now. And breaking out of that, well, this is not wedge, it was a consolidation level. So we got a lot of consolidation here that it broke out of. And so I'm going to kill this one. I'm going to kill this. Kill this right here, just to clean up the charts a little bit. I'm also going to kill these fibs going up right here. I'm going to definitely do some more housekeeping. And I'm going to do some more housekeeping here. In fact, let's clean up the charts. I'm going to do housekeeping there, clean that up. Everything I don't need, I'm going to go ahead and kill that. All right, let's see. Okay, so I've got on the 4-hour, excuse me, on the 4-hour, I've got wave 1, and I guess I can go ahead and mark that off. So I've got my wave 1 going down here. Here's my wave 2. Wave 3 is down here. This is pulled up to a wave 4. And so this down here is a wave 5. Okay, so we are expecting price to possibly fall a little further down south to get towards to get to that support level of wave 5. Now, let me go ahead and take a look right here. We've got a channel line. Now, I don't believe we took out that low. So this trend line that I have right here seems to be correct. There's no adjustment to that new high, all right? Normally when we get the market breaking out of the trend line, all right, this is what we call an interruption to the trend. And interruption to the trend just means that the market could break through and come back below it again and start trading in the channel again. And then what we'll do is we'll make an adjustment to the trend line to adjust for that interruption. But for right now, that seems like a good, solid level that we have right now. And we're going to continue to hold on that position. So let's go ahead and take a look over here. So this is where we're expecting price to fall to. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a look over here at this 4th wave structure. Now, let me just run this through you as I think this through my mind right now. Okay, this is the thing. When the market creates a 4th wave and the price moves below that 3rd wave right here, we tend to see either a running flat or an irregular flat pattern setting up. In this case here, the market did not take out the 4th wave right here, so we're assuming that this is going to be a running flat instead of an irregular flat. Now, there is absolutely a way to be able to figure out exactly whether it is a running flat by looking at the internal structure. And if the internal structure already has shown us a 5-wave structure going up, then this could be assumed that this is a running flat. Now, take a look over here. Here we have wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so the 5th wave on this structure right here has completed itself. So we're assuming that this is not going to be an irregular flat taking out the high right there, and that this is in fact a running flat. Okay, so that's good to confirm. Now, if we go over here, we can see that there's been a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to go ahead and mark off a couple of things here. So this would have been my first swing going down. Now, if that was the first swing, price took out that low, or at least took out that low, created a new low right here, and then eventually price went up and took out the high right here. So when that took place, then this indicated that we may just be in a change of direction. We may be seeing a change of direction here, indicating that maybe, just maybe, price is looking to go opposite to what I'm anticipating. Hold on, let me change it. Where did I get that color from? Okay. So yeah, so what I'm going to do here is, I noticed that the CAD, the Aussie CAD, is a little bit range bound, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to clean up the charts here. I don't need this information anymore. I've used what I need to use, and now I'm going to go ahead and take a look over here. All right, so here's the support level. Okay, so that's a good support level right here. Now, traders, even though we have a support level right here, we still have this 1.618 right here, right? Now, because we got this 1.27, not 618, the 1.27 right here, I'm still expecting price to drop back down to that level. So let me go to this internal structure and see what we've got going here. Because if I see a wave, all right, perfect. All right, see there? See how this creates a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 here at the 1.27. So we're expecting actual price to go ahead and trade higher. So I'm expecting price to go to around about here. That's my target here, at least in the short term. So I'm going to mark this off here with a, let's go ahead and mark this off. And I'm going to call this my fourth wave target right here. Right. So this is my fourth wave target right here. Now, I certainly want to go ahead and look for a buy opportunity on the Aussie CAD, but I want to get my timing right. Now, remember, traders, just because we're at the support right here, and because we hit this fifth wave right here, I'm expecting price to wave up towards this fourth wave high right here at around about 91.26. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and move this down to a, I'm going to first, let's try, well, look at that, 15-minute time frame showed me enough. Yeah, let's go to the 15-minute time frame. All I'm trying to do is establish swings. So here we go. Here is going to be my first swing going up. Price has gone ahead and gone through the 1.618. And so this is another swing right here. Okay? Now, I can do two things here, right? Because the market has blown through the 1.618 right here, I could go ahead and say that we're bullish, but we're going to be expecting some correction first. So if the market retraces down here, this would probably be my best place to go ahead and get in on this trade, right about there. So if price drops back down, and we could see price dropping down possibly another 10 pips or so, it'll then give us an opportunity to go ahead and buy long. And let's take a look at the upside target. If we buy here, the 1.27 is my target. That's 27 pips. Now, if I trade it here at the where price is, if I go long right now, I'm just about going to get 18 pips out of that trade. And so, is it possible that price can move through the 1.27? Yes, absolutely. Okay. But anytime I go ahead and set up a trade opportunity, I always like to go ahead and make sure that I get it at the lowest point to give me the maximum upside potential that is more than 20 pips. And so right here, it shows me that I've got about 28 pips if I can get it as low as that. So I might need to be a little more patient on the Aussie CAD. I'm certainly going to look to buy Aussie CAD, but I might have to be a little bit more patient and wait for price to drop back down. So I have no problem being a little bit patient, waiting for price to drop down. So let's put a pin in that. Now I want to go ahead and say this. If price continues to move up and it moves up 20 pips, then all bets are off. We're just simply not going to go ahead and trade that. But if it does drop back to, as we anticipated to do, then buying in 10 pips below where it's trading right now gives us that extra pips that we need in order to be able to profit our 20 pips out of the market. So we're going to hold off on that and wait for it to go a little lower. Yes, and Denise has gone ahead and confirmed. Yes, makes sense, right? Makes sense. Buy at a lower level. Absolutely. Being patient. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at what other trade do I have. New Zealand CAD, that is close to being profit. Let's go to the CAD Swiss. Let's go to CAD Swiss right here. Now, we just so you know, we've seen Aussie CAD rally, we've seen New Zealand CAD rally, all right? So this means that either the Aussie and New Zealand is getting stronger, or else we start to see some weakness out of the Canadian dollar. And if that's the case, then shouldn't CAD Swiss be bearish? Well, we also know that the Swiss is also weakening, and with Swiss weakening, we have a standoff between the CAD weakening and Swiss weakening. So we have a standoff, which means that we might not see as much movement out of it, which means we might be range bound, but can we get enough to be able to profit 20 pips? Well, let's take a look and see. So I'm going to go to US oil just to take a quick look at US oil, because clearly there's something happening. We also know that there's news coming out this morning. Let's take a look at the news. And there it is there. Canadian news CPI. We had a monthly CPI right here that's come out. That's come out as expected. But we did see that additional timed CPI. This is yearly data. All of this right here being yearly data right here. Even though it's set up as a medium news report, I definitely feel that is a lot more stronger and more effective. And we have seen right here that actually CPI is gone ahead and increased. So we've seen an increase in inflation. Now, look, it's got green positive right here, which is it's not necessarily a positive thing. Look, if inflation is important, that we do have controlled inflation, but high inflation or low inflation is never a good thing. Right now, the problem that a lot of the central banks are struggling with is controlling the high inflation that we're seeing. And so with us seeing inflation increasing isn't always a good thing, and that can put some pressure on the actual currency, which we're starting to see at the moment right now. Now the next step is, what is the central bank's going to do? So let's take a look at US oil and see if US oil is also creating any sort of influence in the market's movement. Well, actually, no. It actually looks like it's trading completely the opposite side of what we anticipate price to move. Oil is pushing up. That should actually strengthen the Canadian dollar. So even though we're getting the news that is not great, we're getting oil prices pushing up, and that's actually making the Canadian also a little bit confused, the Canadian dollar also a little bit confused as to what it wants to do as well. So there's a little bit of indecision right here. So when we have this happening, when we have the oil prices pushing up, we have news coming out that's affecting that particular currency and is moving in the opposite direction as what the oil is, and then we've got technicals. When we have all of this in combination playing out and they're all moving in different directions, what is the one thing that we have to go ahead and depend on? Well, what can we depend on? Well, I always depend on technicals. You know, the funny thing is you've got to think about it this way, and a lot of traders struggle with this. But when you go ahead and you take a look at a lot of the systems, you take a look at a lot of systems that you go ahead and test over time. So you take a 5-year or 10-year and you're testing the system to see how successful and how profitable can the system be. In most cases, this system's running without any fundamental intervention, right? Which means that it doesn't take fundamentals into consideration. It's trading based on just price action, not in considering, oh, there's a news announcement coming, I'm just going to stand on the sideline, or there's a rate decision coming up, I'm going to not trade over that rate decision. The system trades based on price action. And if you have a successful system that shows profit over time, even though there's been news reports, Brexit, rate decisions, trade wars, all of the stuff influencing the market, yet the system shows that it's positive, then clearly you have a good system. Now, with that being the case, those systems are normally based off your technical analysis and using, of course, indicators which can be lagging and so forth, but it's based on technical analysis. And so what we'll do is we'll rely our decisions on technical analysis. So coming back to the, let's go back to the CAD Swiss right here. I'm going to rely on a bit of technical analysis. And so I'm going to look at this right here, and I'm going to go ahead and say that we have, let's go to 4 hour. We have a price showing that we are in this upward swing. All right, we've got price that's in this upward swing, and it's gone up. We haven't hit the 1.618. Then we had an internal swing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So ultimately, I'm expecting this pair to continue all the way up here to the top. Okay, so I'm looking for this to go all the way up here to the top right here. So with that being the case, then what I'm going to expect then is price down below to be waving. And so here we have a wave 1, 2, we have an internal 1, 2, then we had price go ahead and creating a big blowout. Then we can see here it hit the 0.618, and now in the short term right here, we're seeing a big rally to the upside right here. So there's a good solid rally going here. So what I want to do is I want to take this movement right here, and I want to go ahead and figure out, do we have a 5-wave structure here? And are we at the 5th wave, so I can go ahead and sell it back on a retracement move? So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I would like to go ahead and sell CAD Swiss if it's showing me that we're in a correction move. Let's take a look here. Well, here is the bottom. Here's the bottom of the move right here. So I'm going to go ahead and consider this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to go ahead and mark off this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. And then here, I'm going to go ahead and mark off at my 1.6 rand. I'm going to mark off another target right here. So if we take a look over here on the CAD Swiss, we're actually coming back, and I'm going to mark this off. This is it right here, and here is the target. So we're possibly moving down towards this target right here. This is I'm going to call this a temp 4th wave. All right, so this means that this internal structure looks something like this. We have a wave 1, 2, 3 up here. This is 4. So which means that we're looking for price to move to the 5th wave. But because we understand patterns, we know that if the market stalls here at the top of the 3rd wave and stays inside that, there's a good chance that it's chasing after a deeper retracement. Now, even if I'm wrong, and price does this and goes back up towards the 5th wave up here, I'm going to probably be selling a higher up there in any case. And so if it comes back down, I'll be making profit on that. Now, one thing I do want to make sure that you guys understand, I do want to make sure I'm trading at resistance. And if the market's moved away from that, then I want to go ahead and make sure that I've got enough room. And I'm going to go take a look here. You see, it's moved already 10 pips, actually 6 pips since we've been speaking, but it's moved about 12 pips off the high. All right, 12 pips off the high. The target down here is exactly 20 pips right here So now every time it pulls back a little bit, it's actually giving us a better option. Yeah, it's about 20 pips, 21 pips right here. So which means that traders, if we can get a little bit of a pullback on this, then we might have an option to go ahead and sell it back down to this level right here. Now, if it goes up against us and this support, this resistance doesn't hold, how far can it go back up? It can go up about 23 pips, which means that I'll probably be re-entering here at the top if I'm wrong. So just like I mentioned, you can go ahead and sell here, look for price to drop back down here, take a profit at this level. Or if price does go up right here, resell again. And what's going to happen is price is going to come back down to retest this level. And because once we complete the fifth wave, price will always get chased after that fourth wave. So remember, traders, there's a little bit of strategic planning around this, saying that, hey, listen, if I'm wrong, price can go up to this level, but we always know that that fourth wave target is always going to be a target. Whether we hit the fifth wave or don't hit the fifth wave, we know that the fourth wave does collect a lot of price action movements to that level. So we'll see price moving as the, oh, look at that. We just had a nice little pullback right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and sell this with the anticipation that we're going to drop back down to this level. And if it does go higher, I can sell up a little bit higher there. So let's go to the CAD Swiss right here, and I'm going to go ahead and sell. Boom, I'm in, done. Now that trade is now being posted in my Telegram channel. You'll take a look over here. It's just been posted. It tells me that I've gone in the CAD Swiss. I've sold the CAD Swiss at what entry point. All of the information is inside the Telegram channel. Check out the description below. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe. It's free, so go ahead and just connect to that Telegram channel. Now that I'm in on this, we're good to go. I know exactly the levels that I'm expecting the market to go to. I got in right here at the top right here, so which means that I've got at least about 25 pips before it hits that support level, and that should be enough to be able to profit on that trade. Could even go a little bit lower, although the wave one high is right there about 27 pips, so I think I should be good at that level. So I'm good that we've managed to get in on that trade. Now let's take a look and see what else we do have here that we can go ahead and trade. So let's go ahead and take a look over here as I dig into a little more details on the trade. Let's look at, I think US dollar. Let's go to, don't think we've got a trade in here on the US dollar right here. Let's take a look here. Looks like our New Zealand CAD also paid off right here, so we've got some profit on that. We're in on the euro. Yeah, let's take a look at US dollar CAD right here. I want to look at that, then I want to look at the Aussie CAD and New Zealand CAD, see if there's new opportunity. So let's go ahead and pop open. Do this. Let's go ahead and pop open the US dollar CAD. But we want to go to a different time frame. We're on the 15 right now. I want to go to the 4 hour. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Let's get traded with that indecision right here, and the market going ahead and taking out that low. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to go ahead and buy already on this particular pair right here. Why is my phone keeping falling here? So I'm going to possibly get in on a buy on US dollar right here, US dollar CAD. I'm just doing some housekeeping here. Just give me a second here while I clean up my charts and figure out exactly what I want to do here. I'm going to go down to the 1 hour. 1 hour is also showing me, all right, so even if, listen here, even if I'm wrong on this, the market seems like it's holding off here at support right here, and we should be going back up to resistance up here at the top, and that gives us about 79 pips. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and buy US dollar CAD right here. It's pulled back a little bit, so we can get in on that. I like that play. Here is the US dollar CAD right here. I'm going to go ahead and buy that, and we are in. Okay, good. So we're in on the US dollar CAD at the moment right now. We got in on the CAD Swiss. We're still holding the CAD, the Aussie CAD trade. Oh no, snap! We out of the Aussie CAD. We're still holding the US dollar CAD. Euro US dollar trade. All right, so let's take a look at New Zealand CAD and Aussie CAD. Let's take a look and see if there's new opportunity. Now, we did speak about Aussie CAD already. We said we're going to hold back a little bit. And oh my goodness, look at that. Some big dog, are you kidding me? Yeah, look at that. Looks like price has gone ahead and moved up. So we didn't get in on that. I was waiting for the pullback. Never happened. It's okay. You know, the good thing is my trade copy actually got in on that trade, but I wasn't quite convinced of getting on that trade yet. I wanted to make sure that we pull back a little bit before we got it back in there. Now, I do manage, by the way, I do manage the trade copier and I oversee it. I oversee the directional bias. I do all of that stuff. And I have gone in and been a little bit more aggressive with the trade copier. So for those that have got access to the trade copier and are copying my trades on that, you'll notice that I am going to get sometimes a little more aggressive on that. Where here in the trading session, I try to use a little bit more conservative entries by looking for bounces off the support and resistance levels. All right. So traders, I'm going to say this, that we're still not done on this. One thing about the CAD, the Aussie CAD that we can look at right here is that if the market does pull back down here, there is an opportunity still to go ahead and buy and look for another rally. It's actually going to give us a much higher target, so we have a lot more upside potential here as price goes ahead and moves north. So it's not a complete loss right now. Maybe we missed out on that first trade, but that's okay. Let's take a look at the New Zealand CAD. Let's see if there's something on the New Zealand CAD. And New Zealand CAD, look, New Zealand CAD, very similar to what we saw on the Aussie CAD. The difference here, my friends, is look at this. So we're gone. New Zealand CAD is gone. All right. So there's no ways for us to go ahead and run after this moving bus because we're only going to get run over. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and stand aside on New Zealand CAD. There's no ways I'm going to go ahead and jump in on this bus because I know for a fact that we're actually middle. We're middle in the road. Sorry, we're in the middle of the road between support and resistance. We're simply not going to go ahead and trade this just because it is not a good position. So we're going to stand aside on that. So let's go ahead and wrap up what we've got currently right now. And so this is our setup that we have. Well, currently long US dollar CAD. We are short on CAD Swiss, and we're currently still holding on to the Euro US dollar. And you know what? Let's take a look and see what's going on with the Euro US dollar while we're there. I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame. So it looks like we're still holding off at the support right here. And not only do we have the support there, but I believe these downswings right here, I believe price has got to the 1.618. Yes, it has. Oh, snap. Take a look right here. This is the reason why we're having the Euro US dollar actually struggle a little bit right here. It's because of those 1.618 right here. We've got to get above that. We can get above the 1.618 right here, then we should be able to close out on this trade a little bit in profit. We should be able to close out and take a 20 per profit. Let me take a look and see where we are right now. We are currently right now at 13. A break even is at 1350. Our target is at 1360. So we're looking at about a 15 pip. We're looking for 15 pips. So we'll see if it manages to break out there. Now, if it doesn't, it's going to mean that we're going to have to ride this wave a little bit longer. So just so that you know, that if we do not get that 15 pip push over here, we're probably going to have to allow the market to drop back down a little further, and which means that we're going to pick up some more positions right here before it turns around and heads back up north. And if it comes to the backside right here, this is probably where we're going to go ahead and cash out. So let's wait and see how this plays out. 1360 is my target. We're now trading at 1342. But this is the reason why things are holding up over here, is because of that level. But if we can get through that, then we will go back up to this level right here and possibly even the backside of the trend line over here as well. So I'm going to keep an eye on that and see how things playing out. But in the meantime, traders, that's pretty much it for us today. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit today. I'm going to remind everyone that last year on the trade Copier, we closed out 153% with 18,500 pips. Trade Copier is doing absolutely awesome. If you want to know a little bit more about it, you can go directly to our website, TradersNetworkClub.com, or check out the description below for the details. And then also, very importantly, traders, once again, don't forget to go ahead and smash the like button to support this channel. All right? Support this channel, like it, but also at the same time, while you're down there, make sure you subscribe to both the FxBigDog trading channel and the Traders Network channel as well. Below in the description is the link for the Telegram channel to follow all our trades that we do in this session. So I want to go make sure that we're clear. There's trades in this session and these trades based on the trade Copier. So all the manual trades is being offered in the Telegram channel below. But if you do subscribe to the trade Copier, you will get also signals of trades that we do as well that are based on the trades inside the trade Copier as well. If you connect to the Pip Grabber Trading Tool, the tool I use, you will also get as a bonus the trade signals that we actually place trades in the actual trade Copier. So you get in a whole bunch of signals with the trade Copier, the manual trades, that you get all of that stuff as a Pip Grabber Trader subscriber. So with that being said, have a fantastic afternoon of trading, and I will see everyone back again tomorrow, same place, same time. This is FxBigDog signing off.